Hi, my name is Micah. I got my MBA from WGU. I'm ripping my MBA sweatshirt today. I got it from Etsy, FYI. Let me know in the comments if you want the link for it and I'll throw it in the description. But I got my MBA from WGU very quickly, and now I'm getting ready to work on my master's in management and leadership. Today, I just wanted to go over what I got to go back to school, so back to school supplies, and then also go over like what you need as a student. So let's get started. So what do you need as a WGU student? Really, all you need is a computer. Not a Chromebook, but an actual computer. It doesn't have to be the fanciest computer in the world. It just needs to be able to run WGU's programs really well. You may need a specific computer if you're doing like one of the computer science courses or something of that sort, but you can get everything that you need online for your degree program. Like the type of computer that you need will be listed. You can also ask your mentor whenever you go to start, or your enrollment counselor. You can ask them what they recommend, but all you really need is a computer. Do I recommend other things? Yes. I recommend you have a second monitor, which I have over here, and I recommend you have an external keyboard and mouse, and something to set your laptop on top of if you're working off of a laptop, because and you can stack books. Honestly, you can stack anything, shoe boxes, whatever. Just a little eye height, because you're going to be staring at a screen for a long time. You want to make sure that you're comfortable. That's another thing that you need. You need a study space. Those are what I absolutely recommend. Everything else is extra. So let me show you what I got for extra. So we're going to start with my favorite pens, which are the Stabilo fine liners. So these are the 0.88. They are super small. They look like retro pencils, but they are like felt tip little pens, and I really love them. So I bought a whole thing of black ones, but I also have a huge pack of color ones that I already had. I just needed more black ones, so I purchased these. Then highlighters. I like highlighters, so I got mild liners because I prefer the colors in these. So this one is a pack of the gentle and neutral palette. I already had some mild liners that I used whenever I was doing my MBA, but I wanted these colors, so I just chose to get them. I also think there's a bit of fun in getting some school supplies before you start, because it gets you like pumped up and motivated for school, and we can all do it with a little bit more motivation. So it's helpful. So these are like skin tone, and then the other ones are like really like pastel-y kind of colors. You can't see that. Here you go. Pastel-y colors, skin colors, and then this one's like a green. But these are really fun, and they're not like in your face bright like actual like highlighters are. So I like that. These I bought just for fun. I just like the colors, and we can all use a little bit of fun, like I said. So these all write black. They're ballpoint pens. I got them from Amazon. Buy something fun for yourself that will get you motivated to study. I think you're more motivated to study if you like romanticize it a little bit, right? You have your perfect setup. The next thing I got were these. So I just bought a pack of them. Did I need this many? Absolutely not. But they were super cheap, so I just bought a pack of them because eventually I'll go through them. What they are transparent little sticky flags. So I'll put them in my notes. I can use them to like highlight something on sheets that I print out, things of that sort. And you may print out things as a WGU student. And I've seen a lot of people who like print the entire textbook, which more power to you, but that printer is getting in some work. I hope you have a printer with some cheap ink, because that gets expensive. These are just fun. I like to use these. I can flag the pages that have, maybe I use one color for a page that I put my competencies on. Maybe I flag another page that has like, where I'm keeping up with my test scores, whatever. This is helpful for that. The next thing is a new notebook. I used a 3-subject notebook the entire time that I was getting my MBA. I took notes, but I didn't take that many notes. Certain classes, I felt the need to take notes. Certain classes, I did not. This time, I chose to get the 5 subject just because I tend to rip out the pages whenever I'm done with a certain class. And I'll show you where I put them, but yeah. Just get yourself a notebook. I like 5-star. I think the quality is pretty good. And then also it has this fun app. I've never used it before, but you can, each page has like a QR code on the bottom and you can scan your notes and they'll turn them into flashcards for you. So that's really fun. I use Quizlet. I have a Quizlet premium account. So that's what I use. So I've never used the 5-star one, but it does have that ability. So if you're into that, if you love to take notes, get yourself a notebook. The next thing I got were, again, these were just for fun. These are fun colored folders. So inside of the folders, they have the brackets, the 3-point brackets, and I'll show you why I'm going to use these. I can put my notes in here, little things, but eventually I will have one for each class, and then I will put everything that I used for the class in here, just so that I can remember to tell you guys what I did, and also help the students that I'm helping with academic coaching. So that's what I bought. I also wanted to show you what I'm using as far as a planner. So I told you guys I have a beta version of a planner out there on Etsy that you can buy if you want. There's a link in my description, and I'll put a 50% off coupon code. It's just WGU50 is the coupon code. You put it in at checkout and then it'll get you 50% off the planner. So this is the planner that I created. It just says student planner, and then there's a quote right here, and it says, "Preparation is the key to success," by Alexander Graham Bell. So I'm wanting to get this like printed, like hard printed, like into a book, but I'm just using a beta version right now. I took kind of how I assemble my notes and things of that sort in my notebook to get myself prepared. And then I just turned them into worksheets. And so I'm gonna go through that really quick. But another thing that I bought was this 3-hole punch so that I could put them in the brackets inside of there. But this is the cover. It's blue because WGU. So this is the month at a glance. So the planner is meant to be used for 6 months, so a semester. WGU's semesters are 6 month long. So for each one of these blocks, put in events that you know are coming up. It's just good to keep up with like what's going to be happening. So each one of these blocks is blank, so you can put whenever you start, because everybody starts at a different time. A new class starts every first of the month. And by a new class, I mean like admissions starts at the first of every month. So yeah, so you can just put that up here. So I'm starting in September, so this will be my September box. October, November, December, January, February. I hope I didn't miss a month. The next page is your energy tracker. So this is a little bit extra, but hear me out, okay? You have things in your life. You're preparing to be a student. Most of us haven't been a student for a long time. So we have to take account of everything that we're doing. What are you doing with your time now, and how much time does it take up? So this is the energy tracker. And it says current activities, and then you just list out your activities. What do you do right now? Maybe you go to the gym. We all spend time sleeping. We spend time eating. we spend time with friends. Maybe you have kids. We spend time cleaning our houses, things of that sort. So you're just gonna list the big overarching tasks that you have, right? Then you're gonna fill in here the amount of energy it takes. So at the end, everything should equal 100%. So sleep probably takes up most of your time, right? And then everything else is like less than that, like as far as time goes, probably. Work's another thing. Why didn't I think of that? You work 8 hours a day, maybe more, maybe less, depends on the person. So you'll put that in, and then you'll, maybe you highlight, maybe you put little X's, maybe you make a little bar, but you'll just put in how much time everything takes in. Now you're going to think about what can you cut out, what can you reduce to make more time for school, for like being a student, because now you have to study, and that's something that you weren't doing before. So down here on the bottom, you're going to put life priorities. So these are the things that you took up here. These are the things that you can't get rid of. These are absolutely important. Sleep's important, eating's important, your kids are important, your job is important. Cleaning the house, maybe you're able to delegate that. Maybe you have a spouse who can help you out. Maybe you have the ability to hire a cleaner, whatever. Think about the things that you can cut out for whatever reason. And then down here on the bottom, this little blue box is just for notes. So maybe once you figure out your life priorities, maybe you want to, decide like, oh, I'm going to actually cut back on eating, like meal prepping. Maybe I'm going to use a meal prep service or something of that sort. And you can just kind of like throw down ideas there. The next page are your semester goals. So I did give you 9 little boxes to put the semester goals. So you would put the goal in the blue box, and then these little lines in underneath, you put maybe like smaller, like reduce the size of the goal, like the steps to making that big overarching goal. Maybe you want to finish in a certain amount of time. Maybe you only are taking 9 classes. So each one of these is a class, and then each one of the sub steps is like your OAs, your PAs, things of that sort. But whatever they are, put them here. Have goals, put them here. Once you have your goals, this is your goal breakdown sheet. So I fill out one of these for every goal I have, but I especially fill them out for every class that I'm in. So my goal is to finish X class, right? Maybe it's like finish accounting, right? That's C213. So finish C213 in a month, in a week, in 2 days, however fast you plan to go. Finish it. This is my goal. This is my why. It's really important that you have a why. Maybe it's because it'll help you get your degree faster, which will help you. What is the big reason that you want the degree, right? So it'll help me get my degree faster so that I can earn more money, so that I can get a new job, so that I can make myself proud. Like, whatever your why is, just have a why. And then these are the steps that you need to take for the goal. So I do not put, well, I do. I put my OAs and PAs on here, but I also put what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to spend X amount of time studying. I'm going to, use these resources. This is my plan. This is my game plan for accomplishing that goal. Then on the bottom right here, it has the deadline. So this is when I want to have it done by. Then it has a reward right here. And so maybe whenever I finish the class, I'm going to treat myself to ice cream. Maybe I'm going to buy a new outfit. Maybe I'm going to go see a movie. I'm going to take the night off from studying. Maybe I'm going to take a whole day off from work and studying and just have a day. And then this says achieved. And then, so for achieved, you're just going to put the date that you actually achieved it. And then this blue box, again, is just for you to write whatever you want in. This video is getting long. I'm going to try to go faster. This is the assignment tracker. So whenever I find out what a class has for OAs and PAs, I put it in here. So I put what it is, and then it says type. And so I'm going to put if it's an OA or a PA, Then I'm gonna put what course number it's for, and then I'm gonna put the grade. So the grade might be competent, it might be exemplary, like what was your final goal. You don't have to put that if you want. Like, I didn't care if I got exemplary or not, but I did a few times, but I didn't care. And then you put a little check whenever it's done. So I already know what all my OAs and PAs are, so I'm gonna fill out all of this, and then I can just check it as I go, and it's just fun to check them off. The next thing is your habit tracker. So in this sheet is coming through, it's bleeding through on the other page. So this is your habit tracker. So you can put any habits that you want. Maybe you want to study for an hour every morning before your kids wake up, before you go to work, before whatever. You would put that here, and then you can just mark off which days of the week you did it. It's just a habit tracker, right? It just helps you to keep up with how you're doing. And then down here, again, you just have the little box. Then you fill this out in your orientation, but I think it's good to make one every single week just so you know what's going on. This is your weekly schedule. This is where I want you to put your ideal schedule this week. Maybe you know that you have some sort of function coming up, whatever. It changes week to week. So that one that you made in orientation may not be viable anymore. I did not put the times on here. Instead, I put little blanks because I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. You may wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I did not want to assume what time you woke up. Maybe you go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. I go to bed at 8 o'clock at night. So you can put in what time, and then I usually take my mild liners and then I'll just fill in, I'll color code what I'm doing, like any self-care things like going to the gym, therapy, whatever, which you do get a few sessions free through WGU, so use that. You can just, highlight, maybe I use green for those things. And then social activities, I use hot pink for. Studying, I use blue for because WGU. Anyway, this is color coded every week. This is your ideal week. Things move, but this is your ideal week. Post this somewhere so that you can see it, so that you know, what should I be doing right now? I should be studying. I should be meal prepping. This is my time to spend with my kids. This is my time to spend with myself. That's what you're gonna do with that one. The next thing is your study tracker. So I also fill one of these out for every single course. So up at the top, I put the course, and then this is the topic. So this is the competencies. So especially I use this with OAs, which are your tests. I will put all the competencies, and I would usually rank them from highest to lowest percentage. So maybe something's worth 20%, and then maybe something else is only worth like 7%. It's 7% is going at the bottom, 20% is going at the top. And then I will put in as I study for them. So as I take like the pre-test, whatever, I'll put my level of understanding. So that's why it says 0 to 100. And then I stop at 80. If I have 80% understanding of something, or if the bar looks like it's at 80% whenever I'm taking the pretest, I stop studying that subject. I might review it, but I stop hardcore studying that and go to a different one. I also only study to pass for 80%. Did I get exemplary a couple times still? Yes, but my aim is only 80%. I think you only need 70% to pass. And then down here at the bottom, you just have extra things. So I'll just usually highlight, oh, this is at 80%. All right, we're done studying this thing. Just make sure you review before you actually take the test. And then this is your Pomodoro tracker. If you've never used Pomodoro, highly recommend it. Basically, I'll put the date here. I'll put what my goal is. So I use these especially on the weekends. So on the weekends, because I study so much, maybe my goal is to write a paper. So maybe the paper is 16 pages long. So in task 1, I'm going to answer questions A through C. I'm going to make my outline for A through C. I'm going to start my session at this time, and this is what time it's going to end. It's 25 minutes long. I like the 25 minutes, but you can do 50 minutes. So 25 minutes of doing the actual task, 5 minutes of a break. I like to get up and stretch, go get a glass of water, go to the bathroom, things of that sort. But you can also do 50 minutes on and 10 minutes off. But I find 10 minutes makes me start doing something else. Anyway, this is just where I track those things so that I can see what's working. Because if we can measure it, we actually have good data on it and we know if it's working or not. Then this is your daily plan. So you made your weekly, right? But this is every day you fill this out. These are my top priorities today. I really need to do laundry. Top priority, laundry. Next priority, I really have this big thing due at work. That's second priority, right? Those are my priorities. So here I put in, again, this is blank, so you can fill out the time of your day, and then there's just little lines where you can fill out what you're doing. So I have a meeting at this time, I have this at this time, I'm going to the gym at this time, whatever, right? And then you have your study goals. So every day, you can put what your goal is, right? So I want to get through 50 flashcards. That's my study goal for the day. But maybe you have more goals than that, right? So then there's a few blanks for it. And then these are the units and topics. So maybe this is also where you put your competencies as well. So I really want to study these 3 topics. I did put more, so you could if you wanted to, but that's what that's for. And then tasks. So tasks are things like your laundry, I need to meal prep, I need to cook dinner, I need to play with my kid, I need to pick my kid up from soccer practice, I need to do all these things. That goes here. Only studying goes in these 2, okay? Then, this is the last one, I promise. This is your monthly review. So every month, what you're going to do is you're going to fill out this monthly review. And so this is your date, and then it says what worked, what didn't work. So you're going to put in, the things that worked. Maybe flashcards worked for you, but maybe the study guides didn't, right? So then you're going to know, I'm going to keep using flashcards. I'm going to stay away from using study guides. And then, so once you figure that out, this worked, this didn't work, then you're going to fill out this section, which says how to improve. So for the how to improve, that's where you're going to put, I'm going to use flashcards more. I'm going to turn the study guide into flashcards, maybe, if you don't already have a great set of flashcards for whatever you're studying. So that's what you do there. And again, the blue is just scratch. So that's it. That's my beta planner. If you do purchase it from Etsy, let me know how you like it, because I want to get some feedback on it. I know a few of you have already bought it, but I want to get some feedback on it before I make hard copies. So if you're someone who prefers to have it printed and bound, I do plan to do that, but I just want to know, like, hey, is this working for you? Is it not? But you will have all of these pages in here. And of course you can print it off as many times as you want, right? So you can print the daily page off every day. Maybe you only study on the weekend, so maybe you only print it off those days. Whatever works for you. Print, the goal pages only when you need them, maybe at the beginning of every month. Your monthly review, of course, you'll print out every month. But yeah, so that's what I use for school. That's what I feel like made me happy to start school. I'm going to fill out my planner. I can make a video doing that if you want to see what I actually put in. I'm happy to do that for you as well. I think you can also use these sheets on the iPad as well. So if you buy the digital copy, these don't get sent to you. You just print them out. So, but you could also use them like on an iPad too. Or you can use them, in Word or PDF or whatever works for you. So, yeah, let me know. Links in the bio, or description box, not bio, description box. And then, also my email address is in there. So if you're interested in academic coaching, we're starting a community, of students. We have office hours, which is where you can ask me questions. We also have, study hall, which is where we all get together and study together for motivation. So we have lots of things like that. And then we also have like a community built where we can like talk to one another. So if you want in on that, let me know and I can get you the information behind that. So hope you're all having a great day. If you have any questions, throw them in the description and I'll try to answer them either in the description or throw them in the comments. Oh my gosh, throw them in the comments and then I'll follow up with you either in the comments or I'll answer them in a future video.